it's Danielle and I am back with my week 7 of Project Life. Now, I didn't have a ton of time to work on my Project Life this week, and what I ultimately decided to do was to take one photo and then enlarge it. So I picked this one of all three of us, and then I put a Together is Good digital stamp from Allie Edwards. And then I thought, now I really only have the one side that I have to work with. I sent this photo off to Costco to get printed up. I don't have a printer that will print quite that big. And when I got it back, it just looked so huge. I was like, I've printed 12 by 12 before. That was nothing new. But I just think we looked so big in that photo. It just kind of took me back. And this is one week that I could see myself when I have a little bit more time to backtrack a little bit and redo. I don't know if I'm going to do that or not. It's fine. But we'll just see how it goes. I might end up redoing this week. But as it stands right now, this is basically what it looks like. So I did my title card like I always do. One story I wanted to document was London getting better at working on the stairs. And so that's what I'm doing here. Now, as I have been doing most weeks, I'm using cards from One Little Bird. But this week I printed out the digital elements that went with these cards. So when you get on the lilypad.com and look up the One Little Bird products, she has, it's like a whole digital kit. So you could get a set that includes papers and embellishments and things like that. You can get the set that just includes more like embellishments, and then the set that includes the cards, which I normally just get the cards. But this time I just decided to try to get some of the elements, and that photo of the day strip came from that pack. And then this card I kind of just made, it says one for the album. That was like a digital sticker or a digital stamp that was included in that. So that was kind of fun to work with this week. So I'm basically just writing down here how my little London is getting better at using the stairs. She has one leg that is definitely not as strong as the other leg, and it's super obvious, and it's something that we try to work on, but it hasn't been something that she's been willing to work on till just recently. And for those of you who have kids, you know you can't force them to do anything, and anytime we tried to make her work on those, you know, work that leg on the stairs, she would just refuse. And so I was happy that she was letting us do that more and more. Now this next little section that I'm working on is basically just photos of my daughter and my husband. So that bottom collage of photos, I just made that in PicMonkey, super easy. And that was the day that I had went and did some shopping on my own, and he just took her with him and ran some errands. And so in that circle journal card that has the flowers, the one that I'm going to be working on right now, I was going to put in there, and I do put in there Day with Daddy or something to that effect. But that photo up above where they're playing with the paints, that one wasn't the same day. And the card that I put the little hearts on with the vellum on, I was going to kind of write about just how London's been enjoying painting again, and how it was cute to watch those two paint like that. But I just kind of left it as is, and I think this is why I maybe want to go back and redo it, just because I feel like I didn't really tell a complete story of this week. I took some photos of me shopping that I could add into this, and I really didn't need to blow up a photo. So part of me thinks it's not a big deal. It's okay if you don't include everything, but I mean, we'll just see. I'm undecided. But these hearts that I'm using on this layout, they're chipboard little hearts from Studio Calico. And then I think about adding this metal rimmed tag with some blue paper in there, just to try to add some additional information to this. But I was ultimately just deciding, like I said, I didn't have a ton of time, so I just left it as is. Now on this photo, I am just going to take one of these chipboard hearts and just get it on the photo. I mean, overall, I think this is really cute. So that's what makes me not want to redo it. Just because this is something a little bit different than than every layout that I've done for my Project Life album. You know, it has a big photo and it's interesting and it's fun. So I'll probably just sit on it for a little bit and come back to it and see how I feel then. I know a lot of times when you come back to it, you think, oh, well, it's not as bad, and just leave it as it is. So as soon as I get done with everything, I take everything over to my sewing machine and get some stitching put on it. And then when I was at my sewing machine, I kind of decided that it's overall just a little bit too plain. So I did take some of those digital elements and I added them to this photo right here. And then I call it good. So I am going to show you guys my title page for this video, or on this video as well. So that will be coming up here next. So since this week of Project Life was pretty darn simple, I thought it would be a good week to show you what I did for my title page because it is done and in the book. I took these cards out of the pockets just for the sake of showing them to you today. So this year I decided to just put our most recent family photo in to show all of us. Last year I did individual photos of each of us in the bigger pockets. I didn't really have a photo of me or my husband of us by ourselves that I really wanted to use in the album. And to be honest, I didn't want to go get myself ready enough to take a picture to put in the album the day I was doing this. So I just took our most recent family photo, which looks great and it's totally fine. So these two cards came from a Studio Calico Project Life kit. I'm pretty sure they came in the January kit. And these were my favorite cards from that kit. And so I was really happy that I got to use them both on one page, and they just really make me happy. So this one, I just put this Hello 2015 wood veneer on it, which is perfect for the title page. And I got this from the Felicity Jane kit. And then I just took my sewing machine and stitched around that circle. And then this card mimics that. So again, I stitched around the circle and I put this wood veneer W for our last name in the center of that. And then this card is two white pieces of paper just stitched together. I thought it added just some subtle layering and some texture just to add some interest. And then I typed on this, life is full of moments we want to remember. And I found that on Pinterest on somebody else's title page. I saw it several months ago, and I thought, oh, that would be good to put in Project Life. So I had remembered that when I did my title page. This piece of wood grain paper, let me see. Yeah, it's just plain on the back. I think I got this from Hobby Lobby, I think. But I just, on top of that, I took a piece of vellum that I stamped on, and this stamp set came from Allie Edwards' Week in the Life kit from this last year, and it says the simple stuff of everyday life. Like I said, I stamped that on vellum and then layered that on white paper and stitched on it. It just kind of mimics those same techniques I used on this card. And then this last card, I just put each of our names, our ages, and two things we're kind of into right now. So my husband, I put watching football and buying and selling stocks. Fortunately, football's over now. So that would be changed at this point. But at the time, he was watching football every Sunday. And so me, I put scrapbooking and YouTubing. My daughter, I put organizing beads and playing with dollies. And then Felix the cat, I put being a mean, naughty cat, because truly he is. He's not a nice cat. And the only person he's even remotely nice to is London. And I think because he knows if he was ever mean to her, he would be out of the house. So my husband would not tolerate that. My husband wants to get rid of him anyway. So if he ever hurt London, he would be gone. There would be no second chances when it comes to that. But he's just a naughty cat. But I just kind of feel that we got him, you know, we went and got him, and he's a part of our family. And as much as nobody really likes him, I think it's just our job to take care of him and love him and, you know, be a good family for him because we chose to get him. So I just feel that responsibility that I just have to be a loving mom to him until he dies. he's just naughty. He's mean. So anyway, he doesn't make it into the book very much just because he's never around. He kind of does his own thing. He'll come down to eat every day. And then at nighttime when we go to bed, he'll jump up in our bed because he'll know that he likes to be, you know, petted before he goes to bed. And that's the only time we really see him, which is fine because he's mean. So anyway, that is the title page. And like I said, I think it turned out pretty good and I'm happy that it's done. I also wanted to say real quickly, I'm going to be out of town. And so next week I won't have a Project Life video. Just because I'll be out of town. But whenever I do go out of town, I do like to catch up on my Project Life right away. So the following week, I'll have two videos for my Project Life. But I just wanted to thank you guys so much for watching, and hopefully we'll see you all very soon. All right, see you later.